So in this video today, I'm gonna show you how I used to set up my appointments, to generate 3+K paying clients, high ticket prices, and that has helped me to generate 6 figures a year with my online fitness coaching business. And for a long time, I used to struggle with setting appointments. I was just sending cold outreaches on daily basis, trying to send messages to people who didn't even want my service, or sometimes even when I got like kind of warm lead who was interested into my coaching, I fucked it up because I didn't know how to set up properly. I thought I want them faster to the call, and not really engaging in a conversation, not being like a human being, and I see this mistake many other coaches make. Because nowadays, like especially AI is taking over, most people think that you're not talking with a human, you're talking with like an AI that sets up like automatic flows. So in this video, I'm also gonna show you how you can be more authentic, so people like actually know you and trust you, before they go on a call with you. So let's dive into it. So how to set up appointments as a fitness coach, a 3-step system for building more authentic connections. So you can see I have generated this same appointment setting, like lots of money, like here, for example, in less than 60 days, I generated well over 20,000. In just 3 days, I generated like more than 4K, and I exactly followed this appointment setting flow to book high quality leads. So how to set up appointments as a fitness coach? It's not about just filling your calendar, it's about like building a genuine connection with potential clients. Just really making sure that they trust you, you are more authentic, and that they are willing to hop on a call with you. So here are like some things you need to make that happen. Just be more personable, acknowledging the person and engage with them with meaningful questions. So like step 1 is acknowledge them and make it personal. Always when they like, let's say, tell you something, you want to acknowledge them, and that could be like some message they shared or detail, because most of the people, let's say they share something like really personal, and I used to do this as well, like I just went to the next question, without acknowledging them. Maybe I just, oh, that's nice, just like a simple word like that, and then go to the question, but that's not really like engaging, right? Like, so you really want to acknowledge them and understand them. So for example, hey, I saw you mentioned you've been struggling with your energy levels, working long hours. I totally get it, how tough that can be when you're trying to stay healthy, for example, that. And acknowledging their situation with empathy, this will make you clear and help them more understand, and it's not another appointment on your schedule. So some tips: use their name, mention something specific they shared, and keep the tone friendly and understanding. So here, example, from my own offer, how I used to set up appointments, or my appointment setter. So I have appointment setter who does setting for me, but before I hire appointment setter, I always want to learn the system myself so I can understand where we need to improve or how to guide them, because that's also one mistake I see many coaches make. They hire too soon. They hire before like they even know what to do. So they think, okay, I'm gonna hire appointment setter, they're gonna come in my team, and then they're gonna help me scale my business. But that's not how it's happening. You first need to learn it yourself, and then you can teach others. But let's take a look, an example of how my setter, like me and how my setter, we booked a call with this guy. So he followed basically this. We like acknowledge them, appreciate for the follow and welcome fellow tech guys. So I was working more with like busy professionals, mostly software engineers, developers. That's why that was my opener. For you, maybe you can like, also mention some profession, or you just can always curious what brings you to my page, or something like, are you trying to get fit? You know, just like I would say this one can be literally anything. Just make it as simple as possible, like the first message, so they are opening. So yeah, they kind of answer some, you know, he's been working in his field, maintaining with diet, need to exercise. And here, like, I acknowledge, oh, I see, well, congrats on your career, man. Sounds like you've been crushing, so keep it up. So that's like acknowledging, right? I don't ask straight another question, like acknowledge, you know. And after that, I ask the next question. And then they really like open up. You can see like they like are opening up, and usually most people don't open, they answer in 2-3 words. But for example, because I acknowledge them and I ask like a good question, and I like this question a lot, can you tell me more about it? Like when I do that, like people like just open up, and that's what we want, you know. And here like he answered lots of things. Yeah, don't have time to work out, set back COVID, so really go in a pain already in the first messages. So because yeah, I acknowledge and ask good question. And then, you know, again, like I acknowledge them, like, hey man, thank you so much for sharing this with me. I can totally feel you. I know that this can be a tough and confusing journey, especially in dealing with like injuries. So you basically see, you know, like I really took time and answered more broadly, you know, and that makes them like understand that I actually care about them. And then, of course, after acknowledging, I again ask another question, and again, like they really open up. And then, again, I acknowledge, sorry to hear about the mental health issues, man. Can't imagine what you've been going through. And I had another client who got really good results, and he was dealing also with some mental health issues, so I kind of sent him as a testimonial just to give more trust that I also have helped others like that, you know. So yeah, then I again acknowledge, ask next question, and then I booked a call with him. Yeah, so you can see like it was really like a friendly conversation. I acknowledge them, make them understand that I understand them, make it as a friend, you know. And only after like I've been engaged with him, I pitch him. And this is like kind of my pitch. Honestly, I hate to be forward, but I love to hop on a call with you, Salvador. How program we're help tech guys based on what you shared. If I said, and that sounds fine. What about mornings? And yeah, basically that's how I booked this guy in. You can see. So that was the step one. Acknowledge them. Yeah, but also like the step two is, which is really important, is compliment and build trust. So once you acknowledge them, give them like kind of compliment. You know, that will just give the warmth to the conversation, and will establish like better relationships between both of you. And that anything can be, you know. You also saw with Sal, like I give him a compliment, like, well, congrats on your career, man. Sounds like you're crushing it. So keep it up, you know. So that's kind of compliment. For example, here's, it's really impressive that despite your busy schedule, you're still committed to working your health. That's not something a lot of people can do. So this is just an example. They compliment, just make it genuine and related to their effort, you know. And here are some tips. Compliment about their actions, be specific to make it feel personal, and things like that. So let's take a look at another example, which me or my appointment setter did. So here, opener was always curious to know what made you follow me. You can like test it out for your offer, like what works for you. For me, worked really well, the fellow tech guy, so I used to use it a lot. And then yeah, he answers this, thanks for sharing, man, really happy that my content resonated with you. And then I give a compliment, and congrats on starting your weight loss journey. It's definitely not easy, so I give them a compliment, right? And then I ask next goal. I have a cousin's wedding, so he talks about his goal. then yeah, acknowledge them, you know, cool man, having goal in mind like wedding definitely makes it easier to achieve. So you can see like for every person the conversations can be a bit different, so you shouldn't like just copy and paste the messages, what I see a lot of people do wrong, you know, because every person is different, every person as a human being is different, so you really want to relate to the system. Like questions you can ask, like for example, what's your goal, what do you feel is the main thing holding you back, can you tell me more about your approach? Like these can be kind of copy paste, but acknowledging and giving compliments is always a bit different for each of one. But yeah, usually how my process goes, like I usually like to ask, yeah, what's their career, what do they do for work, yeah, what are they doing currently for their fitness journey. Then I ask about their goals, yeah, what are they trying to achieve. Then I ask about like what do they feel, what is the main thing holding them back, you know, of reaching that goal. And when they like kind of engage really that actually it's problem for them to reach that goal, or they've been struggling for it, then I understand that is the right moment to pitch, because there's no like how to say right moment when to pitch. Yeah, you just need to feel it. Like I usually like when they really open up and are admitting that they're struggling and that they can't reach it on their own, and then I like to pitch and use my pitch. Honestly, I hate to be forward, blah blah blah. And yeah, here I sent and he booked. So that was like the step 2, giving the compliments. Step 3 is ask and engaging questions. So after, yeah, you acknowledge, you know, and like give them compliment, like next you can ask questions, you know, like in this case how it was. And usually don't ask like yes or no questions. You know, like I always like to ask more open-ended questions to continue the conversation. And yeah, the goal is to understand what their needs are better, like what are their goals, what are their struggles, how long they've been trying. So for example, here's an example. Tips, yeah, keep open question answers, ask about their pain points or goals. And yeah, make sure to follow up on what they share. You know, when they share something like personal, just always acknowledge them, give them compliment, make sure to understand them. So for example, if we put all together, here's some examples which I showed you here. So for example, if you like open up so long hours lately and still trying to stay top on your health, that's really impressive. Most people struggle to balance the two. What's been the biggest hurdle for you in terms of energy or fitness during your work days? So that's a good question. And then they answer, and you again acknowledge, give them compliment, and ask a question. So like this works well. Yeah, you build rapport and show genuine interests. And it's better to spend a little longer making the conversations longer, yeah, the responses longer. Don't try to make it short as possible. Like I would better spend a bit more time and engage in a conversation, acknowledge longer, give better compliments, and ask better questions. And that's just gonna ultimately lead to more bookings. So key reminders, yeah, be human. Don't rush through the conversations like robot. People respond to authenticity. Take your time and be curious. You know, really care about the people, because people are super smart nowadays. You know, they, especially nowadays with so many, like let's say scammers or these AIs, you know, like people can sense what is real and what's not real. So here's also a good example. Human and AI interaction, you know, like humans answered like these, and let's say AI is that if you use like ChatGPT, it's like pretty short. But if we are like human, you could also see like how I was doing it, right? So definitely if you look at that, it's like a human interaction. Also sometimes like you don't even need to go that much in detail or keep the conversation longer. Yeah, the best of advice, of course, what I can give you, like book a call as fast as possible if it's possible. So for example, here with this person, yeah, we kind of reach out to them, they didn't respond, we did a follow-up. Yeah, also make sure you do follow-ups always after 24 hours, after 48 hours, after 72 hours, and then after that you can do one more. Yeah, so because follow-ups are the king. Like, I have booked so many appointments by following up, you know, and I think also lots of people don't do that, so don't be also not following up. Yeah, like for example here we followed up, he answered, we dive into it, acknowledge, give compliments, ask questions. Can you tell me more a little bit about your fitness journey? I love that question, and here he really dived into it, you know, lots of things that what has happened, what he struggled. So I acknowledge him, give him a compliment, and yeah, because there was like big pain from his side, so I understood like there's no point of keeping the conversation going, you know, so I felt that this is the right time. So I think you need to develop as well that sense that when you should pitch. Yeah, but again, as I said, like I love to pitch when they have given a lot of pain, they've been like struggling for a long time, and like they have tried things that hasn't been working, and then I know that okay, this is the good time to pitch. So yeah, this was the appointment setting flow. How can you get more authentic conversations, and how you can like book high quality leads into your Calendly. Yeah, so if this video was helpful, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any like topics or questions that you would like that I cover in the next few videos, comment below under this video. I'm gonna do that, and yeah, see you in the next video.